Hello, my name is Karina. I am documenting my IVF journey. Today is June 29th. I wanted to catch you up to speed. It's been about a week and a half from my last video. In that video, I let you know that my doctor had to cancel my frozen embryo transfer because my body ovulated. We were trying to buy time to allow my uterine lining to thicken. It just was not thickening fast enough. I think by the time I had ovulated, I was only at like 6 point something millimeters, and ideally you want to be between 8 to 10 millimeters. So when we found out I had ovulated, the doctor had to cancel the transfer for that cycle. But right away, the doctor drew up a game plan for me. So I wanted to catch you up to speed on what's changed within the past week and a half. I do have a tentative date for a new date for my frozen embryo transfer, but the key word there is tentative. It really just depends on these next couple of weeks. But one of the main changes I will say from then to now is I am no longer on L-arginine. I am taking Trental, which is also a blood thinner. I'm still taking baby aspirin. That hasn't changed. The name of the game, guys, for me at this point is blood flow, circulation. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. I thought my blood circulated through my body, but we want to improve that. We want my uterine lining to be as cushiony as possible by the time of the transfer. So no longer taking L-arginine again on the Trental. No side effects with the Trental. One of the minor changes that I've made is that in my last video I let you know that I was taking like a boatload of pills, and that's not good for my liver and not really good for me to try and keep track of. So that was really my fault, 100%. I was being frugal and I was buying the lower dosage of supplements when I'm required to take like high dosages. So for example, with like CoQ10, I'm supposed to take 600 milligrams a day, but I had purchased 300 milligram capsules. So I'm taking 2 capsules just to satisfy my CoQ10 daily dosage. So bit the bullet and bought the 600 milligram capsules. So I'm just only taking 1 of these a day. Kind of the same thing with my vitamin E. I'm supposed to take 800 milligrams a day, but I had purchased the 200 milligram capsules. So bit the bullet and decided to buy the 400 milligram capsules. So I'm only taking 2 of these a day. With all that being said, all the adjustments I made with my supplements, everything now fits nice and neat into this pill holder. So my liver is very thankful. In regards to the Leuprolide Acetate, I'm on this medication because it's going to help bring down my estrogen levels. If you recall my last video, or even the video before that, I was taking estrace. Estrace, of course, was increasing my estrogen levels. So now I'm on Leuprolide Acetate to bring it all back down. Leuprolide Acetate, it actually, unlike Menopur, it doesn't burn when you first inject it. Let me just show you the needle here. It's actually a smaller needle, and I'm only taking 10 units a day. So unlike the Menopur, which burns as soon as you inject it, I don't have any initial reactions with the Leuprolide. However, about like 2 days after being on the Leuprolide, my hips started aching so badly. It felt like somebody was just like punching me one day, and then I just felt like all the side effects of that afterwards. So I've been dealing with just an achy hip area, and it went from hips to then joints. So my joints have been super achy. For example, yesterday my elbow was just, oh my gosh, I couldn't extend my elbow and I couldn't withdraw my elbow, full extension and then full, I don't know what you call it, full withdrawal, if that's the word, but I couldn't do this yesterday. So trying to push through that because, again, name of the game for me is circulation. So I want to keep exercising. I want to keep my blood pumping and flowing through my body, but I've been unable to do the vigorous cardio exercises that I'm used to. I've had to modify a few things just to kind of compensate for my soreness, but that's been the main side effect of the Leuprolide, which sucks, but I think I'm going to be on this for quite some time, so I'm hoping the side effects die down a little bit. At this point, I am waiting for my period to start, which it should start within the next few days, and at that point I have another baseline appointment, and I believe I will sit down with the doctor and go over any new medications, any new changes to this upcoming cycle that will gear me up for the frozen embryo transfer. I know that this cycle is going to look completely different from my last cycle, and I'm actually thankful for that. I'm glad that, in hindsight, I'm glad that we canceled everything before the transfer, because now we know that I really need to focus on my blood circulation in order to have a successful transfer. So I am working on that the best that I can. I know that my doctor is drawing up a great plan for me, and I'm just praying that I'm successful in this IVF cycle. So guys, please keep rooting for me. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure blood's pumping and flowing over here, and as you root for me, just know that I'm rooting for you through your journey. So thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe. Take care.